dear viewers and my dear student, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss pH meter. Before to that, please do subscribe my channel and don't forget to like and share the videos. And if you feel videos are very useful to you and for your study, please do share the same with your colleagues and with your friends, because our aim to spread the knowledge whatever we have. So this is a very basic topic, pH meter, but the application of this instrument is required in the advanced studies as well. Fine. For example, this is all about the ABC of the English, but we need to have the enough knowledge about that to write down the essay. That is the same way we discuss pH meter. Before proceeding to next, please do subscribe my channel and don't forget to like and share the videos. Okay. This is a coverage of my lecture. We start with the introduction, then the history, the little bit history. We are not so focused about the history. We need to discuss about the application of the same. After that, we will discuss the principle, how it works, construction of pH meter. After that, a little bit information about the types of the pH meter and the types of probe or the electrode that are used. We discuss that also. After that, we discuss about calibration, how we calibrate it, then measurement, then application, and in the last we discuss about references. Okay, now we start with the first, that is an introduction. As you know, what do you mean by the pH meter? pH meter is an electronic instrument that are used to measure pH, acidity or alkalinity of a liquid through special probe that are used to measure pH of semi-solid substance. That is the pH meter. From the name itself clear, pH meter. It is that instrument that is helpful to measure the pH. So, what is a pH? pH is the scale which determine whether this given solution is acid or it base, or we can say base as a alkali also. The first commercial pH meter was built around 1936 by Radiometer in Denmark and by Arnold Uriville Beckman in the United States. Like, this is a history. Now you can see in the year 1936 it was built by the scientist in the Denmark. After that, in the United States, one more scientist, that is Arnold Uriville. They built the same in the United States. Before to next, we'll discuss the principle of the instrument. First of all, what is the pH? pH is a negative algorithm of hydrogen ion concentration. Now you can see we can write pH as negative log H positive, where P is a part, H is a hydrogen. Hydrogen ion mean how much hydrogen ion they are present in the given solution. We know, do you remember the relation of H and OH? If not, please stay tuned to my channel. I will discuss that also. What is the relation of H and OH? Fine. Okay. pH of a solution can be measured by the pH meter. The glass rod is half cell and the calomel electrode is another half cell. That is all about the principle of pH meter. Construction of pH meter. A typical pH meter consists of special measuring probe, that is a glass electrode, which was connected to an electronic meter that measures and displays the pH reading. At the bottom of the probe, there is a bulb. If you want, I will show you the pH meter also. Even what pH we have in our laboratory, I'll show that also if you want. Please do mention in the comment box if you really want to see the pH meter. I would like to share the video also. At the bottom of the probe, there is a bulb. The bulb is a sensitive part of a probe that contains a sensor. Never touch the bulb by the hand and clean it with help of absorbent tissue paper with a very soft hand, being careful not to rub the tissue against the glass bulb in order to avoid creating static charges as well. We are supposed to touch the bulb with the hand or the naked hand, that is harmful. Now you can see this is a picture. If you really want to see the video also, please do mention the comment box. I would like to share the small video of the pH meter also. One is a manual pH meter and this is a digital pH meter. The construction and the principle is almost same. Now you can see on to right side there is a probe. We need to put the probe into the solution whose pH we need to check. Fine. Gently we need to take that probe and put into that solution whose pH we need to measure. These are the type of probe. One is a glass electrode, then the reference electrode, then the combination gel electrode. In the glass electrode you can see it is clearly visible. It look like this, that have glass body, then the reference element. After that there is a glass membrane, buffered electrolyte solution, and there is a filling pot also. One is these are the type of probe: glass electrode, then the reference electrode, and last is a combination electrode. What is the difference between the glass electrode and the reference one? Onto the reference one there is a porous junction, and onto the glass one there is a glass membrane. That is the difference. And in the combination they have both, as well as a reference element and the filling solution and the glass membrane as well as the junction. That's why it's known as a combination of the same. Next is the calibration. First of all, do you have any idea about what do you mean by the calibration? Calibration is when we compare the reference solution with the standard one. That is all about the calibration. Calibration should be performed with at least two standard buffers that span the range of pH value to be measured. For example, we need to check the pH of the given solution. You can take two buffer solution of pH 4 and 10. That is acceptable method to measure the pH. pH meter has one control to set the meter reading equal to the value of the first standard buffer, and the second control and the slope which is used to adjust the meter reading to the value of second buffer. Fine. You can see on this slide I have clearly mentioned for calibration of any instrument we can take two buffer tablet solution. One is a pH 4, other is a pH 10. The zero of the dial is set mechanically. The knob for the temperature compensation is fixed for the temperature of the solution. Electrodes are dipped into standard buffer solution of known pH. Adjustment is made so that the dial reads the value of buffer solution. Electrodes are removed and washed well with the distilled water. Electrodes are dipped into the sample solution and the dial shows the pH of the sample. This is all about the how we perform that experiment. Firstly, we know, for example, if you take an instrument, first of all we need to take the dial as a 0. After that we need to fix the knob for the temperature is fixed at the temperature of the solution. After that we need to put the electrode onto the standard buffer solution of the known pH. For example, if you need to check the pH of any solution, first of all we need to have a known buffer solution and check their pH, and after that we need to adjust the pH. For example, if we have the pH, if the solution of pH 6.8, fine, and after when we put the knob into that solution, we see the shown pH is all about the 6.9. After that we need to adjust their pH value, fine, and in the end we need to measure the pH of the sample solution. You can see this is the pH scale that ranges to 1 to 14. You know 7 is a neutral, below to 7 is a acid, and greater than 7 is a base. After that we can discuss their range as well, like 1 to 6.9 is acid and more than 7 is the base. This is already the pH scale. Now in this slide, you can pause this slide and read it very carefully. When the first of all, the pH of 1 is gastric acid, then lemon juice, apple juice, tomato juice, black coffee, milk, pure water, egg, baking soda, hand soap, ammonia, bleach. This is all about the how the pH varies with the help of this different solution. Then the bleach powder, bleach solution. Then last is the considered solution of the alkali or any bases. And last is the application of pH meter for the diagnosis of various disorders in the human body. For example, agriculture, brewing industry, then the corrosion prevention, then the dyeing industry, printing industry, pharmaceutical, jam and gel manufacturing. We can use pH meter everywhere. We know where we use pH meter to identify the or to measure the pH of the given solution. For example, in the dye industry, you need to monitor, you need to measure how much pH of this dye is found to be. You can check the same with the help of pH meter. For example, in the jelly and the jam manufacturing, we need to check the pH. We can use a pH meter. This is all the pH meter. This is a reference. If you want to have more notes regarding the same, you do mention the comment box. I would like to share the notes to you also. Thank you so much. Happy learning. And if you want, we can discuss the MCQs as well. First MCQs. Electrode using pH meter may have which is the following internal resistance. This is your homework. You need to find the answer. Very low resistance, moderate resistance, very high resistance, and no resistance. You need to you need to tell which of the following internal resistance. Which of the following is the simplest form of pH meter? Null detector type pH meter, or direct reading type pH meter, or digital pH meter, and the last one is a modern pH meter. You need to tell. Fine, this is your homework. Please do find the answer and write in comment box. In the I would like to discuss your previous MCQs as well. And the third question is the combination electrode, which is the following electrode built together. Primary and the secondary reference electrode, primary and the secondary electrode, glass rod, secondary reference electrode, glass rod, then the another glass rod, glass electrode. And in the fourth one, in the combination electrode, both electrode must be maintained at different temperature. You need to tell whether it's true. And last is, what is the range of pH scale? I believe everyone know it. If you don't know it, please write a chat box. Do mention the chat box. In the next video, I would like to discuss that in detail. This is all about the today's session. And do not forget to like and share the video. And if you feel videos are very useful to you, please do subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon that is on the right side of your channel. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.